Did we celebrate Christmas?
Did we celebrate Christmas?
Yes, we did.
Of course we did.
Very much so.
Old-fashionedly.
Yeah.
This is where Noel Coward
Stockings on the ends of the bed full of chocolate.
came into their own with the orphanage.
Welcome to the No Ordinary Life Christmas Special, where ordinary people like Gavin,
Merry Christmas.
Julie,
Merry Christmas.
Anne,
Peace be with you.
Andy,
Merry Christmas.
B,
Happy holidays.
Susanna,
Merry Christmas.
Spencer,
Merry Christmas.
Sarah,
Merry Christmas.
and April
Merry Christmas!
talk about their extraordinary lives.
Did we celebrate Christmas?
Did me and my family celebrate Christmas?
Did we celebrate Christmas?
Yes, we did celebrate Christmas.
Yes, we did.
Of course we did. Yeah.
Everybody celebrated Christmas.
Leave a comment below.
Did we celebrate Christmas? Very much so.
Old-fashionedly.
Christmas was,
It was all about Santa Claus and presents.
I think, even more special.
Stockings on the ends of the bed full of chocolate.
Maybe that's just an older man,
Christmas tree.
being nostalgic about his childhood.
Presents under there.
My most vivid memory of waking up on Christmas morning was when I was quite young.
Back in the day, my mum used to buy these little chocolate gold coins,
And I remember
put them on the Christmas tree.
cookies on the hearth that had been eaten,
As a child,
milk that had been drunk, and presents that had been left under the fire.
I would eat all the chocolate and then close the coin back and put it back on the tree so she'd never know.
we certainly had far fewer material things.
Not really understanding how Santa could have got down that very tiny chimney flue.
Than is the norm now.
Then we opened presents, and then the trifle would start getting made, and then we'd get ready to go to my grandparents'.
That my children have enjoyed.
This is where Noel Coward and the committee came into their own with the orphanage. We were not allowed to go home for Christmas Day. We all had to stay at the orphanage so we'd all be treated the same.
Christmas Day as a child was great fun.
Because some kids didn't have parents, some had some who were very poor.
Myself, my brother and my sister would all sleep in the same room on that night only.
So Christmas Day, we used to make our own presents for everybody.
And we'd have our stockings hung up on a clothes area behind our bed.
And if you can imagine the hall of Silverlands, which was the orphanage,
And my parents obviously used to have to wait till we got to sleep and come and fill the stockings.
was a magnificent wooden panelled hall with a minstrel's gallery around the top,
And I just always remember we'd wake up at the crack of dawn.
and then a grand staircase coming down and separating.
Probably 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
The Christmas tree was always put on the middle of the stairs.
And you'd put your hand up and feel the stocking, and if it felt like there was stuff in there, it's like, he's been.
Huge Christmas tree, which the boys used to cut down and bring in from the woods. And it was piled high with parcels underneath it.
And we'd all get up at the same time.
And we always either had television or radio people come down in Towns Tonight to celebrate Christmas with the orphans.
Go into the living room and there'd be, loads of presents under the tree.
All those beautiful wrapped presents were all empty. They were empty boxes.
Yes, my family celebrated Christmas.
Myself and my family, we didn't celebrate Christmases, birthdays, Easter.
But there was no religion involved.
Did my family celebrate Christmas? Not at all,
None of it.
because we're not Christian.
We would never go to church or anything like that, or to mass or whatever they call it.
It was just a celebration of the end of the year.
It just wasn't part of the religion. So
Christmas tree, presents,
No.
the usual.
Christmas Day for me as a child was
School, yeah, maybe they kind of
basically looking for snow and
the Christmas Day, maybe when I was primary school.
just watching people do their Christmas sort of thing. It wasn't a big deal. I didn't really feel like I was missing out.
The school would say, "Oh, okay, we do exchange the gift and stuff like that."
Because what my father would do is in January, he'd buy us bicycles and stuff, and in September he'd buy us like clothes. So it's like, we got what everybody else got, but we just got it on a different day.
A lot of us in school is more Buddhist. It's not Christian.
Wow, man, that was meat and potatoes. I've never spoken about that ever, but let's move on.
What is your story?
What kind of presents did I get? I got
Stockings,
got the usual sort of things, bikes and
nuts and fruit.
One gift I remember
trucks, and
is my sewing kit, which was wonderful. And I think I've actually still got the box.
I don't know that I can ever remember
My mum and my grandmother taught us to sew and knit.
specifically any gifts, really.
I think my favourite Christmas present
Yeah, and I suppose that still reminds me of them.
was probably a hand-me-down ski electrics from my brother.
The best present I ever had
It was very magical Christmas Day.
was a tool set,
Toys and odds and ends.
because it was almost like a miniature real tool set. So it had a proper hammer.
We used to have
It was just smaller than a normal size hammer.
perhaps one large
Proper screwdrivers.
gift,
So it allowed me to actually make things.
maybe a doll or something like that.
My parents didn't have a lot of money, but they always made sure that we were well treated at Christmas.
I seem to recall Christmas as being a very special thing.
We used to get 5 shilling postal order from Noel Coward.
But it was also, again, a village-wide thing.
Well, I think what really mattered to us was the presents we each gave to each other.
Christmas Day,
We did embroidery, the girls.
everybody, every boy, every child in the village would be out Christmas afternoon with
So we made handkerchiefs and doilies and tablecloths and things like that.
some toy or some present they'd had.
And the boys did woodwork, so they usually made woodwork things, but you very rarely got a present from a boy.
A bike, a sled,
It was amongst your own dormitory, like, that the presents were exchanged.
football in my case.
Some of us who were nature lovers had white mice,
I always wanted a new football boots, new football kit.
unbeknown to the staff, kept in chocolate boxes. And I used to have them in bed with me, you know.
And everybody would be out that afternoon with their new things.
Anyone who had other white mice we used to exchange with, you know, you got a present of a white mouse at Christmas or something, you know.
Comparing, I guess, what people had and interested in what everybody else had.
But there were some disastrous stories about the white mice, so best left unsaid.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, because I'm telling you, you need to like and subscribe.
I also remember everybody used to go carol singing and asking for money, of course. But again, all the children in the village would be out carol singing.
At Christmas, the whole place would smell of chickens and things being plucked in our kitchen.
In New Zealand, Christmas is in summer. So often it would be beach Christmas.
We'd all have breakfast together.
Christmas dinner, when I was a child, was quite interesting because
We always had Christmas dinner at dinner time.
Would go to what we call batches, which are houses on, close to the beach, and would have barbecues.
my parents were vegetarians from the 1970s on, so
Always traditional turkey and all the trimmings and plenty of vegetables.
we never really had turkey or any of that traditional stuff. We'd have a traditional Christmas dinner without meat.
Obviously, in those days as well, everything was fresh.
And then later on that day, we'd have grandparents round, cousins, aunties.
It was definitely a time for family to come together.
Christmas was not just an individual family thing. It was very much a village communal celebration.
We often used to see relatives over Christmas.
Some Christmases when we were younger, we'd have around 20 people there.
We had, like most houses then, an upright piano in the parlour.
And it was great fun, yeah.
It was always a time with perhaps sherry or
We always look forward to Christmas.
My father would be on the piano, glass of whiskey on the top of the piano, playing all these songs. All the rugby boys would be there singing away,
Advocaat.
drinking away. And that would go on right to the night.
And it was a very happy time.
Oh, okay, we're a little extra jolly now.
Happy holidays!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Peace be with you.